Welcome everybody, welcome to another video coming to you from the tomb of illumination. Today's video is about Will Duffy, how he's put the final nail in the coffin for the globe. I mean, proving there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica is just put another notch in the belt for the flat earth, I don't know if I'd call it society, but flat earth following. I've already destroyed the globe anyway, but we're going to add his to the list. I'm going to go over them. So today I'm going to show you 6 examples of how the globe is now destroyed. First we start with the under the northern hemisphere stars, circumpolar. The northern hemisphere stars are circumpolar. They all move around Polaris. The one star, you can track it with a star tracker, will do a complete revolution around Polaris. All these stars do. But over the season, they get mixed with these stars down here, the southern hemisphere overlays. But that's a different story. So these are all circumpolar. You live on a globe, everything should be equal, but in the southern hemisphere, they're not. They're not circumpolar. They appear to do circles, because the circle rotation is only a mirrored reflection of the rotation in the centre north. It's all mirrored out to the south. But the stars are not. So these stars, all the stars in here are mirrored to the south, but they're inverted, they're inside out. It's part of this toroidal field. That's how a toroidal field works. Antarctica moves in. When the 24-hour sun in Antarctica all the way around over the year moves in to the centre Arctic. I've shown this in an earlier video here, but we'll get onto that in a minute. You've got to realise that these stars all mirrored out from here. You're only getting a slice of the pie. Every man is on a meridian and he gets a slice of the pie. So let's say that's a slice of the pie. That's his vision, night vision. This says in the southern hemisphere, he's only getting this portion of the north from his location out on a meridian line. And there's this movement of the southern stars, but he'll just have the one rotation, because every man on his meridian, north to south, only if he's centralized north to south, gets one rotation. If he turns his camera, it starts warping away. So if he focuses north to south, he'll get one nice centralized rotation. And if he has his camera stationary doing star trails, he gets this nice turning circle within moments. How can there be a circle within minutes, if the ball hasn't turned, at least it hasn't even turned 15 degrees in an hour? You can't. How do you get a circle? Because the circle's already there in the vortex of creation. There's already a vortex here, circle, right there, projected out here. Now, tracking a star is a different story. With a star tracker, he can film it coming in from the far east, moving across his horizon and out of his horizon. So it's passing into his circle, his mirrored image on his meridian. But these stars are they're not circumpolar. They're not doing circles around Sigma Octantis. They move into his horizon, appear to do a semicircle, because that is your arc of horizon. Everything comes into your horizon, passes over it before moving out. Everything in creation is vertical in the centre Arctic, projected into our realm, which makes everything perpendicular. It's the way we see things, up and over and out, as it's passing around the earth every day. How can that be on a globe? It should be equal, the same. Two halves of a globe. How can it be circumpolar this side, this end, this top end, and not on the bottom southern edge? 1. Destroys the globe. 2. day and night, day, night, day, on one arc of latitude, longitude. This is what Will Duffy has just done. He's just destroyed his own model, the globe. Now, to understand this gets a little tricky. Got to learn, got to listen up. Use a red pointer today. So you go look at a azimuthal map or Gleason map, ticked around about the same longitude. We get here in South America. We get. I better put my other glasses on. 1 minute. We get right up here. Where is this? Is Colombia, I think it was. Call it Colombia. Sunset 5:55, which means it's basically daylight passing into nighttime, right? Further south, sunset 8:55 in Chile. Then you go right at Punta Arenas, isn't it? Yeah. Sunset is 10:13 p.m. They're all PMs, sunsets. And then out to here in the Arctic, you've got 24-hour sun. Okay? So we're going to have night here, but day out here. But you've got day back here. It's hard to explain, so I'll show you on the globe model. I've shown this for years with my flat Earth model. What the sun follows the magnetic curve lines of the Earth. So here are these hours here, right? So if sunset is 10:13 in Punta Arenas, then the daylight's further away, right? So this is daylight. So the sun should be here. It's daytime. So you got this nighttime coming in further away from this point. Sunset 8:55, a little bit closer. Sunset a little bit closer over here, 6 p.m. So this is night on this side, and there's your day. There's a magnetic cycle of the Earth. Everything comes out of the south on the southern hemisphere. All the celestial bodies come around like this. So the sun's going to come around from the southeast, okay? So looking at it like this, they tilt their ball, their spinning ball delusional globe model on a 23-degree tilt, right? There it is there. Well, then you've got to have the sun 24 hours down here. The sun's going to have to be down here. Okay? The sun has to be down here. So you can argue, yeah, okay, it sends the light around here. But, okay, what happens in the northern hemisphere? Look, sunsets at 8:35. There's the curving magnetic field. And I've been telling people for years there's two suns. There's two magnetic cycles, so there has to be two suns. But they're seen anywhere on a magnetic field line. So anybody on this, on this line of arcs of longitude, no matter what latitude they're on, they'll see the sun at the same time. That's another story, but forget that for now. So there's your daylight, but you've got daylight 24/7 around here, but you haven't up here. It's going to be nighttime. Nighttime at 8:55, nighttime at 10:30. So you've got day, night, and day. You've got a day up here. How do you explain that? This is what we've got here. Okay, look. Sunset 1:51 p.m. way up there, because it's all dark around here, isn't it? And all sunny down here, light around down here. Sun, pure sun, 24-hour light. But you're going to have darkness here, but you'll have light, sun up here. Just do your own homework. I'll probably not explain it very well, but over here, the ancients have it described like this. where the snake eats its tail. So you've got the daylight hours looping right around for a 24-hour sun all the way around the Antarctic region, because the ecliptic plane is down and out. When it's down and out, the sun is down and out all around the perimeter of the earth. That's a magnetic field, is down and out. The sun follows the magnetic flexing of the earth. And the ancient Egyptians knew this. Is why the bird, many colours, showing you different frequencies, because it's all about sound frequencies. They show you the bird with the two wings. Check those out. They're both 23.4 degrees, showing you the flexing of the ecliptic plane, which is all up here in the 2D plane, back at creation, centre of the Arctic. And there's the pure plasma sun. There's another story, but it's in plenty of other videos. At the end of the Milky Way is our image, which moves in declination, up and in, or down and out. And then it's reflected out all over the place. It's a crystalline structure. But just, you don't have to worry about that for now. You go back to check out my other videos if you want, but we're at the main points here, why they've destroyed the globe. So the snake has always represented the magnetic field, and the sun is electromagnetic, thanks to this magnetism, electromagnetic induction or capacitance between the two tropics there. So you've got daylight, showing you daylight, the southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, the celestial tropical gap, and this is where Orion's belt comes through nice and straight. It's not part of the circular star motions. So there's daylight, night time, trapped in here, and there's daylight again. You can't have that on a globe on one arc of longitude. Night, day. Shot themselves in the foot here, haven't they? So, because there's a toroidal field, you take this, see, up in the north, you got the full-time sun out here in the Antarctic. Up in the north, it's not there, is it? It's darkness, always dark. But this is what it would look like when they get daylight on their side. There it is there. There's more darkness because it's winter. But you take that out there. So see the red line out there? There's Antarctic. The sun, the magnetic field is out there. Then it comes in. We can go the other way if you want. The magnetic field of Earth comes right in. Now the sun is going around here and out here. You'll find it's daylight all the way around here, and that part of the northern hemisphere. There's two magnetic cycles. One there. As this is revolving, as that one's turning, it's revolving this image all the way around. But because it's mirrored out, there's an image everywhere. I've described that for years. But anyway, that's it there. It's the way our field works. The toroidal field of the Earth. Pumping in, pumping out. The vortex, S-curve. All the stars and the moon are in the vortex. Planets are on the ecliptic plane. Yeah, understand that. The ancients have written about it. You wouldn't understand it though, but it's a Maccabee in the Apocrypha 15. Read 1525, that might help you. Okay, so that's 2. Is the inverted image right? 3. The Earth's magnetic field does not cross over the tropics. It kills the globe. It does not cross the tropics. The magnetic field comes out of the north, comes down here, drops to the ground in the Tropic of Cancer, goes through the ground, up and over from the Antarctic, drops down at Capricorn, through the ground and back up here again. That's the infinity symbol. The ancients have been showing us forever. So from 3 we get 4. The dip compass points down at both Arctics. Therefore, there is no outfield from the south and infield going into the north. It's a total lie. Therefore, it creates 5. Therefore, it makes both Arctics north poles. Which leads us on to the 6th. The lines of Cancer and Capricorn are Earth's south poles. Got that? Both Arctics. There and there are north poles. This is a strong force and a weak force. Your magnetic compass pointing north in the northern hemisphere should point to Antarctica when you get out here. And vice versa, if you use a southern hemisphere compass, which points north this way, you will get it on this side pointing that way, because pointing this way is actually pointing to the Tropic of Capricorn, the south. But they just paint and put the needle on the end that's convenient for them to make you think there's only one centre north on the whole flat earth. And there is a strong point, strong force, but you've got to understand there's two cycles. Two cycles. That's why we get a sun and a lemma in the southern hemisphere facing this way, and a sun and a lemma, hard to see that one, but that's opposing that one in the centre north. They're opposing each other. We're just led to believe there's one in the tropics here. But which way is it? This way? Or is it this way? No, you've all been misled. They only talk about the one sun and a lemma. There's actually one in each hemisphere. This, in the religion, this is the banks of the Nile, or banks of the Jordan, and all that sort of stuff. Or one of the rivers, Euphrates. You look at the word Euphrates, I think it is. It breaks down, it's this river banks or whatever. Okay, so if we go back here, we can say, there's darkness, there's the light all the way around here. This is forever moving, right? So don't just freeze frame this and have light all the way around like this. This is moving. So the sun is moving. It's like a clock arm. You've got to put this here. So there's the sun coming around. Okay. So and the sun rolls over the backdrop of night. So this here is rolling over the backdrop of night. There's the backdrop of night. And you could say all this is night. All night. Just like that. Okay? Like that. Forever moving. So this is infinite all the way around. But you've only got you got light here and sun here, but you've got to understand magnetism. Everything is magnetism. So go check out your time zones yourself. What time is sunset or sunrise, and you'll find you take this point here. You can say that's Punta Arenas, 10:13 p.m. is sundown, sunset, and then you move back, sunset. That point there, Polaris Australis, Sigma Octantis, 66.6 degrees. You'll find it's dark on this side of 66.6 degrees, so that's probably that point would probably be further back south here maybe. But you look at this shape. Look at that shape. You look at this. The yin and yang. And then you invert that. Invert it. So it's on the outside. You bring it inside. You could probably imagine that yourself. Just take that image and go like this. It looks just like this. Turns into that. there's your 24-hour day light around the Arctic. Then pull it back out again. Ken Wheeler's been showing all this stuff. He knows the Earth's flat, but he's just jiving everybody. He's not stupid. Doesn't want to tell everyone it was flat. He's probably not allowed to. Or he doesn't want to lose 90% of his subscribers, because 90% of the world's a bit simple. They've just gone along with the brainwashing. Easily led. There's proof. Go check it out, anyone. So if you're in the Arctic during the winter, you can follow a star doing a circle. Probably almost a circle, because at the end of the day, it's a vortex. So it's basically, could be doing this. The star will do this, so you might lose track of it when it does this loop, because it's all going back into the centre. That's the side elevation, but if you're looking down it, that looks like that. But then it has to go back in before it comes back out. So there's the centre of the vortex sort of thing, right down the core. But out here, you're in the Arctic, because there are people that stay down there all winter. You won't film the stars doing that. They're drifting away to the west. And another thought is, as above, so below, and Earth is a stamp from above. So if this field moves in and out, because it does, I've shown that on previous videos, these gradually wind in, so they move in. I've shown that how the sun and limit is created by this action. This is declination. The field just rolls in like this over the earth, winding in, and then winds back out. Well, if the field is winding in, then all of our realm is winding in. But it's all relative to the observer. Nothing's actually physical. It's coming in and out. It's the same as this, in and out. Shrinking in, expanding out. Shrinking in, expanding out. See, this outer field, see what you come in. It might only come to the tropics, because you've got to consider the two cycles. This point magnetic part of the field here, and the Cancer might go up to the Arctic Circle. There's a bit of deep thinking involved, but this is easy just to think. Well, there, it's out there, all dispersed. Antarctica, right in is the Arctic. So how do we know if we brought all this shape right back in? Well, we know it forms that Antarctic image they show on the globe, doesn't it? So it makes you wonder what it really looks like in the centre Arctic. Is it the same? Who's to know? Anyway, that moving up, so if the field moves in, then Earth must contract in as well. And because we're all light beings in the magnetic flux, we must shrink with it. We don't know, because it's all relative to the observer. Right? Shrinking in, expanding out. Bit mind-blowing. But if you understand that this map here, everything expands, look, all the arcs along it expanding, man expands with them. So aeroplane flights from here to there are equal to here to there. You know, if Will Duffy and all them don't understand this, it just shows they're really basic. So flat earthers don't have to be basic. Just listen to me, follow my videos. Everything expands as you move south. So everything is relative to the observer. So it doesn't take longer to fly from there to there than there to there. No. But with the globe model, they've reduced everything back in, which is the same. So we're shrinking with the field, or we're expanding with the field, Either way, we're both relative to the field. Think about it. But what's more logical? Continuation of the expansion, or expands out from the Arctic to the Tropic of Cancer, has a rest, doesn't expand any, but keeps moving, doesn't it, with no expansion, and then decides to shrink back this way. Is that logical? How can they prove that in Earth? Like what in physics does that? Expands so far, changes its mind, carries on for a wee while without expanding, then contracts back this way, contracts back in as it's moving away from its central place. It's just not logical. This expands outward continually. Look, you've got to realise there's no expansion in the tropics. No expansion. It's a mirrored. You've got to understand the world's not physical. It's a mirrored image. The north is mirrored to the south. This slice of the pie here appears out here. That part of the rotation. This part of the rotation appears out here. But they're infinite, because it's all mirrored straight out. Right? Infinite. Like the petals on a daisy. And then that brings you down back to a toroidal field, right? Look, same thing. Except the magnetic field lines aren't straight out like this. It's a meridian line, not a magnetic field line, just a meridian north to south. We're all on one of those. Every man is on one of these lines. But the magnetic field is curving, like I showed you here. That's the shape of the curving magnetic fields. Look, two of them. There's two magnetic fields. So you must have a sun here. If that's the night time moving in like this, there must be the sun around about here. But it's tilted like that. There must be a sun around about here. But there's a complete daylight down here. So you're going to say, there's the sun way down there. Well, where the hell is the sun way back up in here? Come on. Don't be stupid like those globe believers. They're ignorant. Very ignorant of reality. They know nothing. They know nothing about this. They certainly wouldn't know that. No one knows that. Probably I'm the only guy. I'm the only guy that can understand the esoteric text. Understand this. Science has always known that the dip compass dips at both Arctics. They know that magnetic field doesn't cross the tropics. All they tell you though is the strong here, very weak here. It was very weak here because it never crossed over. It shot down here. And they tell you the dip compass dips here, dips there, but points up here and points up here. South poles, north poles, north poles. There you go. If you like this sort of stuff and want to learn more, go to Patreon, Tomb of Illumination. Don't forget to subscribe and put a likes up. And don't forget to share it. Everybody needs to know how ignorant these globe people are. They think that trip to Antarctica ruined flat earth. They've just given us another one, which puts the nail in the coffin for the globe. They're dead, they're gone. Get it out there.